I was saying, you'd think this is January 25th, 2026. You'd think they're going to reschedule everybody's court dates for Montgomery County District Court, Arkansas, USA. But my fear is they want to trick me with a failure to appear or failure to pay, whether it's from propane. It's like, why did I get that failure to appear notice summer 2024 and it cost me $760? I don't trust them. They know who stole my weed eater out of here. They know who stole the stuff over there. And it says in the Bible, partners with thieves. I text messaged Judy Barnes the other day, who lives on my cousin-in-law's property, Tina Milam. Her husband, Ben Milam, was probably like my fourth cousin. It says somewhere in Isaiah, don't turn your back on your own flesh. Which in that regard, it really wouldn't matter whether they're kin, in-law kin, in regard to the new covenant, Jesus Christ, Galatians 5:14. Today's Watchtower Bible study brought up like Jesus Christ touching a leper, cleansing a leper, curing a leper, which was unlawful to do. The woman, or I want to look up the context of prostitute, the woman that washed Jesus Christ's feet with her tears and then dried his feet with her hair. So Jehovah's Witnesses could have the disfellowshipping procedures wrong in regard to 1 Corinthians chapter 6, or 1 Corinthians chapter 5 rather, which was a baptized person who was banging his stepmother, having fornication with his stepmother, kind of like how Absalom was sexually with his dad's, King David's concubines. And then David moved them over to live in isolation as widows. Because of the weather. You think they'd postpone everybody? I got the impression that other people, 2021, 2022, when they'd have court dates or probation appointments, they'd just call and lie and say they had COVID-19 when they never did. I've never had it. It'd be interesting if I could coordinate it. I would, like Frank Abbott, Crystal Carlton, lie test them like, you hate my guts. Why do you hate my guts? Why do you envy me, Postmaster? Why do you bother me? Why do you remind me of what God's word says not to do? First Peter says, let none of you suffer as a busybody in other people's affairs. Exodus chapter 20 says, don't desire anything that belongs to your fellow man, their house, their slave girl. That means their sperm, Crystal Carlton. I don't know you, Crystal Carlton. I have no business with you like Ken Lang, you understand? You're just a lady that's just bounced around from one office to another. I've seen you at the prosecution's office, the clerk, two different clerk's office, circuit and district, a lady that just stamps things. I know nothing about you, don't know what your husband likes, what he looks like, unless you're a lesbian. I'm sure you date a guy that carries a gun. Like a Frank Abbott. I was saying, you'd think this